Hey wrestling fans, got a great accessory to tell you about for your vintage LJN WWF superstars, courtesy of Denim Dude Vintage on Instagram. Being an adult collector, my LJN figures spend more time standing on a shelf than being slung and flung in a ring, and as most of you know, a lot of these figures can't stand very well on their own. And they can also have a domino effect on each other, which can be especially disastrous when they're surrounded by valuable other toys and mint on card items like in my collection.
All of a sudden everybody's booing thinking Hot Rod ain't gonna stand no chance.
I've tried things like placing a G.I. Joe stand under a boot to try to tip the balance back a bit.
It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than that!
And 1/6 scale stands are too tall to grip around these smaller figures' waists. So Denim Dude Vintage has gone back to the 80s and reproduced the original rare stands that were included with the first LJN WWF superstars. The originals only came in gray, but these repros are available in all sorts of colors, which can accentuate the colors of your figure, like this yellow stand does for the logo on Hot Rod's t-shirt.
Obviously you're a magnificent physical specimen. Oh, yes. How do you execute yourself? Ah, man.
Best of all, they have the vintage WWF logo on them.
The recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
As you may have seen in my 80s Toy Museum virtual tour videos, the logo plays a big part in my figure displays. And having the classic WWF logo on each stand is a really nice touch. An improvement over the original stands is that these are solid on the back, no holes or gaps to save on plastic. So they're even more sturdy. They're really easy to use. You just gently slide the figure's feet into the two spaces. Hardly any force is required here at all to grip firmly. And just like that, your figure won't be falling over anymore. They may still wobble since these are made of rubber, but you can give them a good bump and not have to cry out to the gods above and parts unknown as your collection dominoes to the mat. The plastic isn't coarse, so it'll grip firmly with friction without tearing the paint off when you remove the feet. The stands fit a wide range of figures.
Mr. Wonderful, right here. Right here he stands.
Even the two Andre the Giant figures.
What a beautiful doll this is! Mr. Giant, sir!
Even figures like this one that stand pretty well on their own are even more secure in these stands, and look more like display pieces now thanks to the WWF logo. They work with figures that have feet that are close together too, like Vince McMahon. You just slide one of the feet into one of the holders, and it's enough to make sure the figure won't fall over.
What a maneuver!
They're in there so secure that even if the figure does get knocked over, they'll usually stay in the stand.
Oh, what a maneuver!
Remember what Piper said, kids. Never trust a promoter. And they work pretty well with some of the most infamous LJN figures that couldn't stand well. This Bob Orton seems to have one leg shorter than the other.
You know what? I haven't been able to understand why yet, right?
I don't either.
Plus the feet are close together. So even though the stand doesn't correct the leg length issue, it does still hold him up pretty well by 1 foot. You can even put him in backwards, daddy. Some of these figures go for quite a bit of dough, and you literally can't afford to have them look ridiculous, falling all over each other.
A man in my position could never afford to look ridiculous, do you understand that?
So you can protect your figures, as well as all of your collection around these blunt, heavy, rubber, irresistible forces and immovable objects with these awesome stands. There's 4 ways to get them. You can send a DM to Denim Dude Vintage on Instagram. Send an email to h2trots@hotmail.com. You can reach out to Tom Trotta or Johnny Boxer on the Facebook page LJN Figures and Customs, or buy them on his eBay store under this name, or search on eBay for WWF LJN stands.
How much money?
Individually, they're $22 each plus shipping, or the 5-back 5-pack is $100. Now here's the cool part. Tell them you saw this video and you'll get the Michael Mercy discount.
Money.
$4 off each stand. Check the notes below for the links to get your own LJN WWF Superstars stands. Ooh yeah, dig it!
So long, everybody.
See you later, yeah!